Hi. So this week I'm going to be talking about who came out as bisexual, YouTube edition. But before I get into that, I'm very proud to say that this week's video is sponsored by Fluid Style Co. because next week, not only will I be announcing the winners of the Bisexual Representation Awards, but for the first time, I will be showing you all the bisexual clothing that we have created with Fluid Style Co. and you're going to have a chance to purchase it. But more about that at the end of the video. Until then, let's get to this. Let's talk about who has come out recently on YouTube. And I hardly ever talk about YouTubers who come out as bisexual because I guess I still live in the world of, there's television and movies and there's YouTube. But the truth is that there are YouTubers who have subscribers that certainly are more than a lot of television shows that are on right now. In fact, very popular television shows. And their weekly videos will get more views than television shows do. So who is it that has come out recently as bisexual? Well, the first person is the person by the name of Jessie Paege. Jessie Paege is a 19-year-old girl who lives in Los Angeles. She has been making YouTube videos since the age of 15, so she's been on for 4 years. And she has 1.5 million subscribers. So who is Jessie Paege and how did she come out as bisexual? Well, Jessie Paege has been making LGBT content for a while. She says that she wanted to create an atmosphere where LGBT people felt empowered and felt like they could embrace who they are. But the ironic thing was that she's been doing this for years now, but the truth is that she's been living in the closet the entire time. And a part of the story is that, 2 Pride seasons ago, so June 2017, she went to Australia and she was told by her manager to be sure to mention that when you're there that you're a strong LGBT ally. And she thought, I'm not an ally, I'm a part of the community. But not even then did she come out. It wasn't until June of this year, at the end of Pride season this year, that she decided to sit down and talk to her subscribers and come out not only as bisexual, but to come out as queer. So Jessie Paege, welcome to the bisexual community officially. And thank you for all the things you've done for the community. And thank you for having the courage to be exactly who you are, giving courage to other people. So who's next on the list? Next on the list is a guy by the name of Bobby Burns. Bobby Burns is 21 years old. He has been making YouTube videos since he was 17 years old. And he has 800,000 subscribers. And you might know Bobby Burns if you are a strong or an avid follower of Shane Dawson. Because Bobby Burns really kind of blew up just like within the past year because he made a video criticizing Shane Dawson on one of his videos. And Shane Dawson decided that he was going to try and win over some of the people that don't like him. And Shane invited Bobby Burns to a phone call and they talked about it. And then Shane invited Bobby Burns to Los Angeles and bought him a car. But not only that, he then offered Bobby Burns a job. So Bobby Burns moved from where he was, I think it was Tennessee, to Los Angeles to start making videos for the uber super popular Shane Dawson, who, by the way, is also bisexual. And that is what catapulted him into the popularity of much, much more people. So how did Bobby Burns come out as bisexual? He did it in a way that I don't think too many people have done it before. In fact, I don't know if anyone has done it this way. In fact, I'll show you how he did it. He did it like this.
Hi, I'm Bi. I'm Bobby, sorry. So yeah, this is my coming out video.
There you have it. Bobby Burns, 800,000 subscribers, 21 years old, just came out as bi, increasing that bi representation for men on YouTube. Who do we have next on a list of YouTubers who have recently come out as bisexual? Next is Andrea Russett. Andrea Russett is 23 years old. She has 2.8 million subscribers. She's been making YouTube videos for 9 years. 9 years. She started when she was 14 years old. She's kind of like an OG. But when did she come out as bisexual, even though she's been on for 9 years? Well, that would be the day before Bisexual Visibility Day, which would be September 22nd. And how did this all come about? It's kind of YouTube drama. So what happened was, to kind of sum it up, she has a best friend, Sandra. 4 years ago, she came out to Sandra as bisexual. And ever since then, she's been getting girl advice from her. I assume she's been getting boy advice from her. She even moved in with her, and they make a lot of videos together. So recently, Sandra said to a gay male friend of Andrea's that she thought that the gay male was going to go to hell because he's gay. The gay male then said to Andrea, it relayed to Andrea what was said, and Andrea then talked to Sandra about it and said, "Did you say this?" And Sandra said yes. So Andrea asked, "Well, you know I'm bisexual. Do you think I'm going to go to hell because I'm bisexual?" And then Sandra said, "Yes." And then she proceeded to explain that she thought that bisexuality was a choice and that she could not go to hell by going into conversion therapy. This is what Andrea posted on her Twitter feed after it all happened, and in the process came out as bisexual on Twitter. Congratulations to you, Andrea, for being able to embrace who you are finally. Obviously, it's been a while and you've been trying to do this, and that you've been finally able to do it. So congratulations for coming out as bisexual. Sorry about all the drama, and sorry that you ended up having a best friend that, you know, erased bisexuality, or even worse, thought it was a sin and that you had to go to conversion therapy to avoid hell. That sucks, but welcome to the cool people, Andrea. Welcome to the cool people. And who else do we have that came out as bisexual on YouTube recently? Well, the final person for today is someone who came out on Monday. And that someone is Anna Akana. Anna Akana is a person who's been making YouTube videos for 6 years. She has 2.4 million subscribers, and she does videos that are basically relationship advice, personal growth type stuff. And her videos are quite funny. They're quite slick. They have a lot of acting in it. And I actually recommend check it out. I've been watching them for a while. So how did Anna Akana come out as bisexual? Well, it was at the Streamy Awards this past Monday. Anna Akana was up for Best Actor in a Drama Series. And when she was on stage accepting her award, she said that she is, well, her quote is, "I'm not only a woman of color," she's an Asian woman, "but I'm also a queer woman." So she came out as queer, and I read that and I was like, oh, well, what does that mean, that she came out as queer? But apparently she clarified on the next day in a post on Facebook where she said this. She said, "I did not expect to win Best Actor in a Drama Series because I've been nominated every year but never win. So I got very inebriated and came out as bisexual for the first time ever publicly. Thanks everyone for the outpouring of love and support. Please vote on November 6th. And yes, by the way, that's the American midterm elections. If you care about the way the country is going, please vote on November 6th. Way to go, Anna Akana. And way to go for coming out and being able to embrace your bisexuality in public for the first time. That is extremely awesome. And considering the fact that you do a lot of videos on personal growth and relationships and all that stuff, I expect to see some very cool, very slick bisexual videos coming up soon. I look forward to that. Anna Akana has had a YouTube Red series called Youth and Consequences. You can check that out. That first episode got 1.8 million views. Her videos regularly get 4 million views, 5 million views, stuff like that. She's a really cool person. Her videos are really great. I suggest you check it out. But if you're wondering, man, how come there are all these women coming out as bisexual when we're not getting as many bisexual representation as men? Well, I agree with you, and to that, I'm going to leave it to Eleanor, who last night on the television show The Good Place said this.
Maybe just tell her that you're gay.
I'm not gay.
Fine. Bi.
I'm not bi either.
Why not? More guys should be bi. It's 2018. It's like, get over yourselves.
But either way you put it, more representation is always great, And it's great to have people on YouTube coming out as bisexual, increasing the representation, and making it much more comfortable for young people to come out as bisexual. Now, I'm going to talk about what the exciting thing that's happening next week, because next week will be the announcement of the winners of the Bisexual Representation Awards. And not only will I be announcing it, I will be doing it as a YouTube premiere. So what that means is that when I post the video, it'll probably post it on Friday or Saturday. On the page with the video, you will get a chat stream, in which case you guys can talk to each other about, who you think will win the Bisexual Representation Awards, and I'll pop on there and I'll have a conversation. But when the video actually premieres, which is at the regular time, which is Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you will be able to watch it with me. I will get on the chat and we'll be able to watch it together, and you'll be able to comment on, who you thought should win, on your feelings on the people who actually did win, and you'll be able to talk to each other about this. So it's going to be extremely exciting. This is the first time I'm ever doing this. So, we all can share in the experience together. But not just that. At the end, after all the announcements of the winners, there will be some messages from some of the winners to you all, the voters. So that's also very exciting. But on top of that, finally, after 2 years, I will be showing you all the clothing that we created with Fluid Style Co. Not only that, you will be able to purchase it. And you'll be able to purchase it through Kickstarter. And the way Kickstarter works is that, we will have a budget, a target budget, or I will have a budget that I'm going to try and make. If we get enough funding at that number, we'll go into production. But if we don't get the funding necessary, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to pay anything. Your money gets refunded to you. And, then we don't have a clothing company for bisexuals. So that would be sad. But the point is that this is a kind of a no risk sort of thing. And I'm really hoping that if you like the clothing that we've produced, that you go and purchase it through pre-order right away. Because the way it works on Kickstarter is, if enough people come and purchase your pre-order, the algorithms kick in, and the website itself starts to promote it to people who might not have seen it through my YouTube videos or my podcast or through Facebook, whatever else, and it introduces it to new people, and it is able to get more and more funders. And the way I structured the Kickstarter, and you'll see this next week, is that some of the products are available if we make this number, but if we make this much more, then I'll be able to produce this clothing. And if it makes this much more, this clothing, and this much more, this clothing. So I want to keep the number as low as possible so that we can be assured that we can have bisexual clothing in the future. But that's all happening next week. So super exciting. The announcement of the winners of the 2018 Bisexual Representation Awards. Messages from the winners to you all. Maybe it's someone you voted for. You'll have to see. And then finally, I'll get to show you all the clothing that I produced with Fluid Style Co. And you will get a chance to purchase it. How exciting is that? That's all next week. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to click on the bell, because when you click on the bell, YouTube will then remind you of the premiere coming up on Sunday. Again, it's next Sunday, which would be the 4th of November. It will be at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It will be live. I'll be here chatting. You can ask me questions. We can chat about who the winners are. Until then, if you'd like to support the channel, until then, you can check out my t-shirts on Amazon, as well as my lapel pins and my bisexual pop sockets, and of course, my bisexual romances. Until next week, stay cooler, my bisexual friends. Stay cooler. Bye.